Hey, hey, hey. Welcome, welcome, welcome. Thank you for joining me. To sound kind of funny. Y'all, it's been a lot going on with Mz.Teavalocity, but hopefully I am back. Now, you may not hear the sound real clear. You may hear echo because I'm in one of my rooms that I'm turning into the studio. And I am just so excited to be here tonight. I don't even know StreamYard. You notice you don't see my face, my avatars. I turned off StreamYard because I was paying for StreamYard for months, $44, and I wasn't utilizing it. So I'm just using the free app for now. But hopefully, not hopefully, I'm sure I will get the regular StreamYard, or I'm going to use OBS and do some reactions. And I'll probably start using another app because StreamYard is too expensive and I don't come on. Well, smooches to everybody. Kimberly, Mixology, Jill, Queen Diva, Tay-Bay, Room Shaker. Oh, it's so many. Just read my book, Angela White, Ray Black, Ray Black, Ray Black, Ray Black. I'm glad to see you, Lady Duchess. Let's see, the real K-Fit. Hey, Sugar Wooger, what's going on? It's a lot of people here for me, no pressure. I don't even know how to do this anymore. I'm completely confused here. So please, y'all, just work with me. I just want to come on and let everybody know that I am doing well. But yes, I did have a hell of a ending of the 2025. It started January. And my last video was in June, and I had my good friend Trip up here. And it was some stuff going on. However, I thoroughly enjoyed my last live, even though it was a little messy. Now, let's get into some things. Where have I been? I think I told y'all I don't share very much on here because, unfortunately, the area that we're in is they can be cruel sometimes, sometimes. And when it comes to my family, my loved ones, I'm serious about them. Like Erica says, she's serious about her shit. I'm serious about my family, so I don't play some of the reindeer games. However, I think you all knew that my husband had taken ill, real ill, the beginning of 2025. And then after I had got him back on track, again, something happened and he took ill again. And so my life has been consumed with my husband. And now he's doing quite well. They didn't expect him to make it. Not only they didn't, I didn't expect him to make it, and he made it. God is good and he's doing quite well. So my life is consumed with working, taking care of him, and meeting my other family needs. My family is my life. And so I don't have time to come on here and get into some of the foolishness. I never had intentions on coming on YouTube to drag and roast and gag and do all that other stuff. That was not my plans when I came. I came not knowing that this was not the environment for me to really try to uplift, inspire, and do the things that I desired to do. However, I stayed and I made it, right? I made it through. But God is definitely, definitely good. He has been good to me. A lot has gone on, a lot. And you know, pressure could break a water pipe, but I'm built for it tough. I've always said I was built for it tough. And I thank God that my family members are ride or die, and they are always there for me, to include my good, my best friend, my ride and die. Hey, Ronnie Q, Queen Diva. Queen Diva. That's my true ride or die. That's my baby. And so she has been through it all with me, but I have had some challenging times. Very challenging, you guys, very challenging. So I don't belong here. You know, this was not the form of entertainment for me. You know, again, everybody know I love the beef sect. It is what it is, and we're here. We're here. No one's better than the other one because we all are here. But some forms of entertainment I have to put on hold because I don't find it to be entertaining when you start fooling with folks' real family, you know, real life. I don't find that entertaining, you know. And thank you to all the ones who remain with the memberships. I truly appreciate you all. The ones that called and checked on me, some wrote me and checked on me. I had emails. I also had some comments under my videos, and I never even really looked back on YouTube because, again, I was too busy, too busy with real life, real life. And let me tell you something. Um, I'm one hell of a woman. My family will tell you that. I am one hell of a woman, you know. And when my husband got me, he got a good thing. He got a ride or die. And that's where, you know, I have spent most of my time making sure that he is good and we are good as a family. So it's been a lot and everything. Like I said, I'm not going to come down here and share, but I have had one hell of a 2025. And I'm back. I'm back. Now, will I be back over here? I don't think so. I don't think so. I don't think I fit in here. I haven't even really watched. Hey, Miss Queenie, thank you for joining me, baby. Lady Duchess, my boule coast. I don't believe I belong here because my life is different and I'm going in a different direction and I have to embrace positivity. Even though I enjoy some of the entertainment, I've been in other areas and it's been some stuff. It's been some stuff happening in other areas. And so I just came back at looking at the beef sector maybe for a month, but I stayed in the bushes where I belong. I've never dropped down, but I've seen some stuff and some things didn't sit well with me. And so I would leave and go somewhere else. But you know, at the end of the day, the beef sector is home, what we call home, you know, and so I can't never forget where I started at. You never forget where you came from. And so but I don't have to be a part of it. You know, I'm just not into that. You know, I'm looking for God to continue to bless me and going into a positive direction. So I really don't need a lot of stuff that happens down here in our sector. You know, I don't want that energy, but I'm here. And like I said, where is Mz.Teavalocity? Some people might have thought something bad had happened to me. No, I'm fine. I'm fine, baby. I'm doing just well. It's just that it happened to my loved one, and that's my priority. And so I had to make sure I do what I needed to do. But I've been looking at some mess. Last month, I've been looking at some mess over here. I did. People probably say, well, where's Mz.Teavalocity? Is she dead? Is she sick? Is she locked up? No, I'm living well. I am. But I had to move. I had to uproot my husband and I because the house that we had was not suitable for us anymore because of his ailments. We just couldn't have that type of house. So I had to do all that. And we, and I continued to work. I took some time off, but I continued to work. And then, I come home and I take care of him. You know, I know what's important in my life. And like I said, my sister came for the holiday, and I had, I, I had a great time with her, and she was quite a help for me. My sister was really a good help. I really love Queen Diva. She's always there for me no matter what, good, bad, and the ugly. She always supports me in anything I decide to do. And I'm gearing up to get ready to retire. So I have to make sure my ducks are in a row. Hopefully, I will get back down here, but I am going in a different direction. And you all who would like to stick with me, I appreciate that. And I will grow as I continue to come on. I can't promise right now what days I'm going to try to come on, what times I'm going to try to come on, but I pray that I will be consistent in coming on and building my audience. I was at 4,500. I am at 4,100 now subscribers because I hadn't been on here so long. And I think when you don't come on, people leave. And if people don't leave, YouTube take memberships. Hey, Styles, what's going on, beautiful? I love those two puppies you have. I love those two puppies you have, and you keep them up well. But anywho, so I'm still here. Hi, Regina Myers. And I know it's some things that happen, and my heart and prayers go out to those who have lost loved ones, who have family has been affected by some things that's been going on in the world. It has been really, really cold here. We were snowed in a couple of days, and I mean, my property looked like a sheet of ice, an ice ring. I mean, the snow was so deep and ice on top of it, and we couldn't get it, taken care of right away. You know what? I was blessed with more than I think I need when it comes to my house. I was blessed with more than what I think I need. I really do. But I thank God for blessing me with it. And it's coming along it's coming along pretty good. It's gonna take me some time because it's big, but it's coming along pretty good. I'm gonna work on my studio. But what's been happening? Hey, Barry Carey, what's going on? Miss LA, hello, sugar. I really haven't even been to the casinos, Miss LA. Haven't even been to the casino. Nope, I haven't been doing very much of anything but coming home and taking care of my household. Yeah, the wind ain't no joke. It's so cold outside, you guys. It is freezing. The wind is terrible. The wind is vicious out there. And I know a couple of y'all who live in the area and who lived in areas that got hit. It was pretty rough. This was a rough one. I thank God we never lost power. Power. We never lost power or anything, and we stayed nice and warm, and we had plenty because I had went to the grocery store like everyone else. But that's it. I really don't have much to say. I don't even, like I said, I got to see how the StreamYard do. I don't want to pay $44 for it, and I don't come on. I was on in June, and I had a little panel. I had dropped the link and stuff like that, and I had, Triple Red Pizarro, and I think some other people that came up there. And that's from June to now. I haven't been on, and I have been paying $44 for no reason at all. You know what I mean? Just crazy. So I had to do away with it. So this is the basic StreamYard. I thought I was gonna come on here. I hit the button and I said, "Oh, let me play my intro." The intro is gone. My avatar is gone. So I have nothing. And in order for me to continue to do this StreamYard, I would have to go back to paying the $44, which I don't have a problem if I'm going to use it. But I don't know how many times I'm going to be available to come on. Again, I am shifting my focus to something else. You know, I tell you, I was really caught up with that Diddy thing. I think before I left here, I had did a video, did a live, and I called them the Billionaire Boys Club, and I said they're coming for them. When I started seeing what was happening with Diddy, and when they drop your name and they keep dropping names, and you see all these videos, you know they are coming for you. See, it's okay for you to have money. It's okay, you know, for you to live that lavish life, but there's a price to pay. When you don't do what the puppet master wants you to do, there's a price to pay. Diddy's paying a price because he didn't stay with the program. He tried to venture off some kind of way from the program. The puppet master said, "I will take everything from you." And now they coming after Hova. They coming after Hova and the Queen. And there's been some funky dunky stuff going on. That Jeffrey Epstein shit. Hey, Rob, what's going on? That Epstein ain't no joke. But you gotta look at the timing. Why will they drop all it now? Why would they release the files now? Is because they want to continue to take people down. And I never forget the interview. I said before in my video, I had said, I don't know if you all who's been here with me remember me saying the only thing they used Cassie for was to kick the door open so they could continue to come in. It was going to be a domino effect, and there's going to be many more from this Epstein situation, from that Diddy situation, because they all hang together. They all party together. They all are alike. See, they all do the same thing. Some of the people we put on pedestals, and you think they all these great people, they are demonic, they are diabolical, they do some crazy, diabolical, demonic shit. They do. And I think what we do, we turn a blind eye because we don't want to believe that these people who present so well and they doing so well, and because they are our ethnic group, they are, you know, they are culture, they who we are, we don't want to believe that they have these demons running around in their souls and their spirits, and they have sold their souls. And they say, well, how can you sell your soul? Easy. You'll do anything for money. And these people have done anything for money, and now they're going to pay the price. They're going to pay the price. They could run, but they can't hide. Now, hey, Carmel Latte. Now, a lot of people, you know, they can go ahead and move to different countries. They say J and the B, they done brought property somewhere else so they could move because the heat is getting on. But eventually they all will get it. There will be nowhere to run from. Whatever seed you shall sow, you shall reap. And I think they've been doing, I don't think, but they've been doing a lot of this stuff for years. I mean, for years and years and years. And the levels go up so high. But see, they didn't realize that this internet would be a double-edged sword. See, and the only reason why we know about it is because the internet is exposing. People have platforms, people have done research, people who wants to expose some of the dirty shit that these people have been doing. They have platforms they could talk about it on now. See, so this internet is just a double-edged sword. That's all it is. It's so great in one area and it's not so great in the other area. And so now these people are being exposed and they want to run and hide. But they are who they are. You can't hide from who you are. You are who you are. And I think some of these people are just demons. Mm-hmm. They demons. And now they will be exposed. And some of our very, very people we love so much. Oh, they do so much. Oh, Oprah's this. Oh, Beyonce this. Oh, Nicki this. All this. Oh, Jay this. Oh, that. Oh, that. Oh, they this. No, they not who we think they are. They not who we think they are. And they will be exposed. And Cat Williams said it long time long time ago. And so I've been over there watching that. And then Ronnie Q, I know you do the politics. I know you do so I know you know about Charlie Kirk. And you probably, and most people say, oh, who care about Charlie Kirk? He was from TP USA. He was a white man. He was this, he was that. He was the Trump supporter. He was this. Nah, there's some wickedness going on behind that too. I've been watching that for a long time. And everything what we think we see, we really don't see. Everything we think we see, we really don't see. They do a lot. They do a lot behind the scenes. And you know, I think about the G-Men. The G-Men does a lot. You know, a lot of these agencies that we think are to protect children, actually, no, they're not protecting the children. They're offering the children up. And that's a sad thing. There's a lot of stuff going on behind the scenes. And like they say, this is just a year of exposure. You know, they're going to expose them. Yeah, that runs deep. That Ronnie Q, you know it. I've been so in tune to that too. I watched this young brother over there and over in another area called Didi Got a Podcast. He's real good. And that young brother does thorough research. He does thorough research. And he'll show you everywhere he gets his information from, and he'll prove his point. He's very thorough. He got great content. And that Erica Kirk and that and Candace Owens, baby, that's some good stuff over there. I've been over there with them. I've been watching them for a while now. Ever since it happened, it's the so-called what we see. Again, they make us believe what they put out there. When they present it to us, they make it look so real that you believe it, until people start showing you different angles of that so-called assassination of Charlie Kirk. When they start showing different angles and start doing the research about TPUSA, I mean, it's just a mess over there with them white folk. See, the white folk got problems over there too, but they want to focus on our problems. And because we don't go out of certain areas, we don't really see too much of it, but it's a lot going on. I've seen a lot myself. I love 2020 Vision. I admire all of my people. Diddy is my idol. Really? Okay. Okay, he could be your idol. Ain't nothing wrong. Look, to each his own. The wife was behind children in romantic. Ronnie Q, you already know it. You already know it. Now they saying she a PDF. See, you already know. It just, I've been engrossed in that. I've been watching the takedown of some of our celebrities. You know, it's just, it's a whole world out here on YouTube. And then I do my crime. I go over there and do my crime watch. I've been everywhere. And like I said, I just returned to the beef sector about maybe a month ago. I've been up in the bushes and on not everyone's live, but on some people's lives, you know, I've been up in the bushes. And now they're trying to distract us with this Obama and Michelle image of the apes that I guess Rump he retweeted it or something happened with that. That's another distractions. We got a lot of distractions going on. But another thing too, I often wonder when I'm looking at that stuff how I can get so engrossed. Yeah, yeah, he on mute. We gonna see about, but he on mute. He on mute. But we gonna see about that Super Bowl. Is a lot to it. I watched the Grammys. They broke down the Grammys, how Bad Bunny won all those awards, and how we think our man is all that great. What's his name? Damn, now why I can't think his name. I got so much other stuff on my mind, but but what's his name? Uh, who won all the Grammys? Y'all help me out. I mean, I love Kendrick Lamar. I love his music, Kendrick Lamar. But then it's some dark stuff. It's some dark stuff. It's some stuff that they do in the Grammys and those fashion shows and different things that they do is really a sign of the devil. It's almost like rituals, but that get deep. But that's what I've been in over there watching those rituals, them do those rituals that break down those people, how Jay-Z and Beehive and all these people is, getting exposed. Yeah, I've been over there watching that. But when I did come over here, Kendrick, I got it. Yeah, I said Kendrick Lamar. When I did come over here, I was like, oh. So basically, is the same going on over here. The same people, I guess, are doing the same thing. So, but I was wondering if it's good sometimes to just be ignorant to what's going on in the real world. You know, because when you start really dipping into the politics and the things that's going on in the real world, is real scary. It's real scary. you know and then you think about all the stuff that goes on with the celebrities, and then I start wondering, because they are revealing and exposing so many things about where these little kids, what happens when kids go missing. And so you put kids in these agencies, come to find out these agencies aren't really who they are, and they are a part of this bull crap where they are just taking these children, doing crazy things with them. The Epstein files exposed a lot, but they redacted a lot. They redacted the names that they don't want to expose, but they exposing the people that it's time for them to get rid of. They done did their job, and now they're gonna dispose of them, basically. And so releasing those Epstein files are part of that, because you'll be surprised who the names that they are going to release, and the names that they released, and the names that they redacted. I want to see the whole thing. I want to see, because there's a sick world out here, and a lot of people, like I said, that we put on pedestals that we think are good people aren't good people. They are really demons. Triple is here. Hey, Triple, what's going on, baby? What's going on? Triple. Last time I dropped a link, you were my guest. You were my guest. My last live was back in June. Welcome, Triple Red. I'm glad to see you, darling. I hope all is well with you. But it is a lot of sick people out there, and we need to be careful. We need to be really careful. But sometimes I guess it's good to be willingly ignorant to what's going on in the real world, because a lot of this shit I'm hearing is getting me physically sick at some points if I continue to watch it, because it's so sad. And I think because of the person I am, I can't fathom people will do this to children, and what people will do to get power and to keep power and to get money and to level up in this world. Now, we do know there are some glass ceilings, and we also know that people do certain things to break through the glass ceilings for some people, you know? So I've been really engrossed in that. I really have. These folks today worship these hip hop celebrities, and they are demons, baby. and they're idols. Very dark days. It's very, very, what is that? Politics R6K is very dark days. Hey, bougie auntie, thank you, baby. Thank you so much. I appreciate you. So that's what I've been doing. That's what I've been doing. So I can't even really tell you much about what's been going on. But when I peeked back in yesterday, I was quite shocked at my good friend Triple Red, and I'll just leave it at that. I guess the little portion I heard, I was kind of shocked. But Trip, I know you, baby. You're all good. So I really don't have much to say. I just wanted to come on because I did go back and look under my comments, and a lot of people was asking, was I good? And they was, praying that all things was well. I am doing well. I am doing real well. But like I said, 2025 took me through pure hell. But I'm back. I'm back. Nobody but God. I can't give God enough praise because that's definitely who brought me through 2025 and my family, because we had a tough one, a very tough balance. TRX be slowly creeping back in. That's what I was wondering. TRX, are you coming back? Because from what I gather, everybody is doing something different. They're not really doing the beefing. And Jill Comfort Zone, thank you so much. Thank you so much, Queen. I appreciate you for still being a member. And Ronnie Q, I appreciate y'all who are still members, because I'm Miss Queen to you as well. I'm not offering nothing. But I tell you what, so, hey, room shaker, shaker, shaker. I tell you one thing, I'm going to get the opportunity soon to get to that casino. Now, my birthday was January 31st. Glory to God. I'm 64 years old. And I ran to the casino in the morning. I got up because most of the time my husband sleep to a certain time. Sometimes I have to get him up to get him ready for the day and feed him and stuff like that. But I said, I'm going to run to the casino because today is my birthday. And I think I might have got there like maybe 10:30, 11, and I was back out by 2. But I took $200. And I said, whatever I do, I'm going to do, and I'm going to leave. And I came back with $100. So that means I only lost 100. But let me tell you what I really went up there for, and I'm pissed. And I wrote MGM Miss LA. Let me tell you something. I wrote them jokers 2 emails. So they asked me to do a survey. I did the survey. Now, by doing the survey, I was supposed to receive a 20-inch leather duffel bag, right? And it says you can pick your bag up. You could pick your bag up from 9 to 12 at night, any day, right? Any day. So I go there. Hey, Geechee Girl TV, Happy New Year's to you, baby. I am an Aquarius. And they said you could pick your bag up. So I go running my big ass up there on my birthday. I said, I'm going to pick my bag up because I really want this leather duffel bag. It's sharp, too. A nice leather tan, and it got the nice brown handle to it. It's a good bag, you could tell, right? So I go up there, and then I don't walk way up front to where the promotional center is at, and they tell me promotionals that move way back to the back where I came in at. So I walk way back there, and if anybody know MGM and where the promotional booth was at and where is that now, that's a distance. So I walk back, and I go there, and it's closed. So I go back to the entrance. I walk back around to the entrance, and the security guard told me, say, yeah, they closed. Yeah, they only open on Monday and Tuesday. I said, what? I said, shit, I came up here to get my bag. And then I can't get my bag. And that day was the last day. Hey, Taylor Roger Sugar. Hey, baby. That was the last day to get the bag, January 31st. So my ass hopped on the computer and I wrote MGM. I was mad as a mofo. I said, in your advertisement, it never stated that I only had a Monday and a Tuesday to pick up my bag from 9 to 12 a.m. It never stated that. It said any day. Stop by your promotional booth and pick up your gift. And so I wrote them. And they said 3 to 5 business days. So 3 to 5 business days go by. They sent another survey. How was your stay at MGM? And I wrote them not so good. And, I gave them, the whole spiel. I went to the promotional booth and they didn't have my bag and I want my bag. It was promised to me, and I did all that hoopla. Now I'm waiting for them to write me back. But I wanted to, no, I didn't get the bag, Miss LA. I wrote them again yesterday before I left work. I wrote them. I sure did. I told them I want my bag. You all promised me that bag. Your advertisement didn't specify days. It did specify times, but no days that you all were open. It said stop by and pick it up. So hopefully they'll send me my bag. If not, I will continue to write them until they send me something close to my duffel bag. Because I did that damn survey y'all asked me to do. Now I want my damn bag. Right? Much as money I drop in that mofo. But I'm glad I only lost $100 and I came on home. I be so worried about my husband. Sometimes it's hard for me to go places and just relax, And so I was worried about getting back home to take care of him. So I don't know. I don't know. I just have to find some time. But it's been so damn cold out there. Nobody's running out there. And then I like to go out in the smoking area and not just to smoke, but they got good machines out there that always pay Dragon Links that I play. And when I was there, I think I had hit like $400 on the Dragon Links, but it'd be so daggone cold out there. But you don't smell much cigarette smoke, but you sure smell a lot of weed. Hey, P, what's going on, baby? I don't have my glasses on. Geechee girl, it's so good to see you. I haven't seen you in a long time, and I truly appreciate everyone for either stopping by. I didn't even know notices would go out. I told Queen Diva, she said, "Are you serious?" I said, "Yeah, I'm gonna stop in like 8 o'clock tonight and let my people know that I'm okay." And I appreciate them so much for those who wrote me, who checked up on me. I appreciate you so much. Much love to you. One thing I've learned by being over here in this sector, just in life in general, you do have good people, and you do have people over here that care about you. Now, you may not have a whole lot, even though I have 4,100 something subscribers. Of course, I didn't get 10% of those people to check up on me, but I was glad and I was grateful, and I truly appreciate the ones who checked up on me. I really do. I really do appreciate that, because you don't have to, and who maintain their membership. People kept telling me to remember to take care of myself, and I'm down, and I can't do for others. Yeah, I do have to take care of myself. With all that's going on, I try. Try, and it doesn't always work out for me, self-care, but I'm still managing to do the best that I can do with taking care of my husband as well. So that's what's been going on with me. Nothing bad to the point that I'm sick or I was incarcerated or I'm going through hell. Not in reference to that, but in reference to my better half, my other half. I don't know about being better. I think I'm the better half. But so that everything's good with me. Everything's good with me. Hopefully, I talked to him today and told him, hey, listen, I'm gonna get back on YouTube. It's something that I like to do. I like to come down here. And even though I have set out my own mouth several times, this is just a virtual world and that it's not real, and certain things you do have a connection because it is a part of our everyday world when we come down here. And even though we may not see people's faces and know them like that, we connect. Yes, I wish you a happy holiday. Hope you are managing your stress. I'm managing it, baby. I'm doing much better at it. But at one point, it was a lot. I had to move from one house to get another house. And I thought that I was downsizing, but it's okay. We just couldn't continue to do the stairs that we had. And you know, a lot of houses that they build in this area, when you want to go for new and more modern, they have a lot of stairs to them. A lot of them are being built into townhomes, and they like 4 levels, and that's too much. And we had 3 levels. It was just too much for him to do the stairs. So I had to do that. And in the midst of doing that, you know, I had to continue to work and take care of him. But again, my family is they are my backbone. My sister, I appreciate her so much. She came down here and jumped right in with helping me. So words could never express how truly I am grateful for a big sister like Queen Diva, my ride and die. She's always there for me, you know. So yes, that's what's going on. Trip, I hope you're doing well, baby. I hadn't heard from you in a while, and I normally, you know, every now and then we check on each other, and I hadn't heard from you, but I'm glad to see you are doing well. Hey, Miss T, good to see you. It's 12 degrees. Girl, it's 12 degrees in Rockville. Well, you know that it's probably 12 degrees down here too. We're close. It's very cold out there, honey. Very cold. So, and the heating bills are crazy. Rodney, how you doing, baby? I hope all is well with you. Now, listen, self-care is very important, but as women, we are naturally nurtures. We tend to put everyone else first. Now, I would say this though, Kimberly. I did my blood work. Everything came out good. My cholesterol this time was a little high. And I think it was because I had refrained from eating chips and like fried chickens. And then I started eating that, you know, a little bit more, which I backed off again. And I wasn't taking my cholesterol medication. So this was the first time that my cholesterol level was a little off again. So Trip and Miss T, good to see you both. I'll pop out from time to time. I just stayed out of the way. I know, Geechee girl. I just want to stay out the way too. 7 degrees there, Queen Diva. Yeah, it's pretty. Hey, what's going on, TC Sugar Wooger? What's going on, baby? But that's been really it. It's so good to see everybody. I really don't even have much to say. I don't even think I could drop a link. I don't even know. I don't think I could drop a link. I don't have. I can try, but oh wait. I can. I'll drop a link for a minute and then I'll get up out here. I just wanted to tell you all that I appreciate you all. I miss you, and some of you I genuinely love. I have met some wonderful people um, through YouTube, and I appreciate you all so much, you know, and I genuinely love you all, you know. And again, my mods are excellent. These are people we know. Queen Diva and I had a conversation yesterday, and she said, Tiva, you know, something must have been happening with mods. And she said, Tiva, you know, she said, everybody don't know they mods. They don't know who they have as their mods, and something must have been going on. I said, you know what? I really know every one of my mods. I do. I know every one of my mods, and that's a good thing. So I don't run into some problems that other people may have. You know, when they do the mod gates and stuff like that, I don't run into those problems because I genuinely I know my mods. I do. And they're good people and they real fam. They real fam. good people. But I don't know. I would hope that you all would join me on my new adventures, YouTube, my new quest. I won't really be talking about the beef sector, and I know that will chase people away and won't have people come because they're here for that entertainment. We all are from time to time. We all want a little mess, and then sometimes we want to back away from the mess and go to something that's a little different. And I hope I can bring something different. It's difficult. You have to really be consistent, and you have to really find your niche and just do it until you grow. Until you grow, and eventually you will grow. That's why I said don't give up. For new content creators or content creators doing certain things, don't give up, because you will get people who like what you're doing, who want to listen to what you're doing and want to be a part of what you're doing. It just takes consistency and time. That's all it is. you know and so many changes has happened in what they call a B sector, but it's still the same. See, that sounds like an oxymoron. It's changed, but it's still the same. No, it's changed to a certain degree, but it's still the same. Really, you know, it changed, but it's still the same. And the beef sector could get off when they want to, but I think the merge and stuff happening and different things being allowed is difficult to remain the beef sector. And then everything in life evolves, so we done had the evolution of the beef sector. Is a shell of what it once was. Yeah, I agree, Trip. I agree to a certain extent. I don't know. And I think some people are just tired of fighting and going back and forth. But some people come on and they host some very good shows, some very good shows. And you got to give them that. Some people hit that live and they shit is still popping. And that's good. But I think the infighting that take place now don't seem genuine. See, I guess for me, I'm gonna tell you, for me, I can't allow people to do things to me that affects my real life. And then I'm good with you. I can't even play that bitch thing or hold your kids, your mama, your dead cousins, uncle. I can't play like that. But I can't. I always said I don't play like that. I just can't even wrap my mind around it that, hey, you have to be a part of this to make money because this what pays. No, I can't sell myself short like that because that's not who I am. So you can't fuck with me and my family. And I said, oh, okay. It's all just part of a show. I don't want to be the cast member of a show like that because I don't get down like that in real life. And I'm not going to play like that even on YouTube. So it's all good to me. I don't have to play those games. I'm just going to come on here. I'm going to have panels, but they're a whole different type. And we're going to talk about something. And eventually I will grow. I will just grow. It takes consistency, knowing your niche, having a personality, and bringing a great show. And you'll get people from other areas. I'm all over in other areas dropping down, making myself known, getting into that. So eventually I can have a part of that area as well. I can't just box myself in here. And I think that's what happens. We box ourselves into one sector and then we can't move. We just can't move. And I have to be consistent. And I can't even guarantee that right now. I'm working on some things. My grandson is going to come help me. And like I said, I think I'm going to go OBS versus StreamYard. And if OBS, I can't have a panel on that, then I may have to use both. But me knowing that I'm going to come on, on a consistent base and make and fit this into being a part of my life, then I can pay for it. But I was just giving up $44 just for no reason. I didn't realize that I hadn't been on here since June 2025. I'm like, damn, it's almost June again. I hadn't realized until I looked up under one of my videos and it said June 2025. I was like, whoa. So I'm going to get my grandson to come around and help me set up my monitors, and then I'll have him help me set up my studio and help me with OBS because he knows all that stuff, and I live a little closer to them now. So I'm going to do that. But I don't have much to say. I just wanted to let you all know that I appreciate you. I appreciate those who checked on me, who wished me well and wished what was ever going on, sent their prayers for me, genuine prayers. Mama Lola, I'm still here. I love you. I hope all is going well with you. I see my mixology here, So some new people think the beef sector means beef all the time. No, it was about creating content that may or may not cause a beef. Yeah, that's true. And we just have to, when you say you're a content creator, we just have to come up with content creator, and we have to reach the audience who's looking for our type of content. And mine's not beefing. I've always told y'all that I'm not a beefer, I'm not a roaster, I'm not a gagger or whatever, a dragger, but I can cuss. I can cuss. I know that the part of cussing fall into one of those categories, then I can do that. But I don't want to beef. I don't want to do any of that. So let's see. Did I make an hour? I almost made an hour. I think I don't have my glasses on and I'm in this hollow room. But yeah, I'm going to get my studio together. I'll be coming back on camera. It is what it is. And hopefully I'll get me a good introduction and some other things together. Welcome back, Miss T. It's a great hearing your voice. Prayfully all is well with you and your fam. Keep your faith. God got you through it all. And God definitely showed up and showed out. And this sister was under pressure, y'all. I was under pressure and God showed up and showed out. I had to ask him, are you sure this is for me? He said, this is for you. Now do what thy will. And that's what I'm doing. So things are going quite well. I was up 4 o'clock this morning. Oh, I was up 4 o'clock this morning, you guys, because I had went to bed kind of early. What did Barry Carey say? Because Tripp said, good point, Barry Carey. What did she say? Oh, when she said about the content, yes. Tripp, you coming back? Or you just peeking in like Tiva? You coming back? I know you have short patience for BS too, but I know that you know how to create good content. I know you know how to do that, Tripp. I was up, so I did wash. I was down doing wash around maybe 4:30. I was washing, and I don't have much to do tomorrow. I may pop back on tomorrow, but I know, like I said, I'm so caught up in that Epstein and that Charlie Kirk and some other stuff, the Jay-Z and the Diddy, and I'll be over there in Tista Tells. I got, oh God, Tasha K is doing her thing over there. Her and Millie, I was glad to see they did a video together. I was glad to see that because I think my very first video that I ever did live, it was about Tasha K and Millie. And I was in my bedroom and I had a scarf wrapped around my head and I was sitting up in bed. I didn't even know what I was doing. And they had got into a beef. But to me, I broke it down, and Milagro Graham, she even came in my live and said something to me about, the video, and I was on point with the video. I really like her and Tasha K both. Thank you, newbie. I appreciate you. I like both of them I like both of them. And I did a little video on them. That was my very first video, and that was years ago. And so I was glad to see those two women together. She was interviewing Millie. That was very good for me to see, because I remember I did that video on them a long time ago. And I never forget Andrea. Y'all remember who Andrea, who used to be with me? She said she had saw that video and said, well, who is this lady with this scarf on? She said, now what is she doing with this scarf on? She said she had looked at the video, and then she saw me do a video on someone else, and then she had started watching me. Y'all remember Andrea, who used to be with me? Hey, Faith, what's going on, baby? I hope you staying warm in this cold weather. Newbie, you changed your name. I can see exactly why you don't come live anymore at Triple. Yeah, I saw him release a couple of uploads though. Carrie, he did some upload. Baby, he did some remember this uploads. Those type of uploads. Y'all remember this? And I was like, baby, do I remember? I'm back on YouTube uploads on this channel, but not back to lives. Okay, if ever. Yeah. Hey, what's going on, y'all? So that's it. I really wanted to come on here and see what was going on. You know, I had dropped the link, and that's fine. If not, I'm gonna get ready to get out of here. I truly do miss you all, though. I do, but my days are really busy. But I said I was gonna make it a point to come on. She was on KRN calling yesterday. She who? Who's on KRN calling? So good to see you. Same to you, yeah. Who's baby? And let me tell you something. Never mind. Let me get my ass on. I have been watching Goosey. I have been watching Goosey. Goosey's back. Oh, I hope you get well, sugar. I hate to hear that, yeah. And I know this weather is probably taking a toll on you too, baby. Just stay warm and get well, Queen. I'm going to send up a prayer for you. And when I say I pray for somebody, I really do pray. Believe it or not, I'm a prayer warrior. I could tell you an incident. I'm going to tell y'all this incident. I'm going to tell y'all something. I'm a prayer warrior. When I say I'm going to pray for you, I'm going to pray for you. And some people I'm not going to pray for. And I don't lie. I don't care what happens. But I never forget, my sister tell you this. I don't know if my sister will mind me telling, but I'm going to tell you. So my sister called me, and my mom was real sick. My mom was sick. She was in the hospital, and her kidneys were shutting down, and she hadn't used the bathroom in a couple of days, and they was worried, and they was telling my sister that her kidneys was shutting down. And my sister and them lived in close proximity to my mother at that time, and I lived far away. I've always lived in my adult life far away from my family, you know, in different states. So my sister called me, and they crying. I think it was both of my sisters, and they was crying, telling me what they had said about my mother. And I had talked to my mother, and my mother wasn't sounding that great. And see, I remember, because I know how God moves in my life, you know. And they crying and crying, and I said, wait, just stop. Just let me pray. And when I say I sent up a prayer, I sent up a prayer. And before I got off the phone, I said, God told me it was going to be all right. Mom's going to, and I said it like this. This is not, God didn't say piss a river. I said, Mom's going to piss a river. She's going to be just fine. She's going to be fine. And you could feel the presence of that prayer. You could feel it. I could feel that God was doing and moving and shaking something at that time. And so I hung up the phone. It was about 8 something that night. It was about 8 something. I can't recall the exact time. So then I get a call from Diva, and like about 15 to 30 minutes later, couldn't have been much longer. And she said, oh, she said my name. She said my name. You know, I'm going to say Tiva. She said, oh my gosh, Tiva, you'll never believe. Mom is going to the bathroom and mom released so much urine, the doctors could not believe it. They called my mother their miracle child. They said they couldn't even explain what had happened. They couldn't even explain. I said it was the power of my prayer. God had told me before I hung that phone up that that was going to happen, not to worry about it. And when I hung up the phone, I didn't worry about it. And I told my sisters, don't worry about it. Mom's going to be all right. Yeah. And I mean, it couldn't have been no more than 30 minutes later that they called me and told me that my mother was using the bathroom and they couldn't even explain what happened. They couldn't even explain how did she just start going to the bathroom. They said her kidneys were shutting down and your mom body is shutting down. And I said, that ain't so. Because I'm going to go ahead and pray, the power of prayer. So if I say I pray for you, I really mean that. If you don't mean good or you don't want something to happen, then don't tell somebody you will pray for them and you really don't. So that was just a little story and I'll never ever forget that because right then and there, I knew it was going to be all right. With that being said, I'm going to get ready to get out of here. Thank you so much, Alma Brown, and thank you for checking on me, my dear. You look beautiful. You look beautiful. I saw your IG post. You look beautiful. So I'm going to get ready to get out of here. I appreciate you all for joining me. Please make sure you hit the like button. I'm not going to say hit the like, do this, do that, because I don't even know when I'll be on again. I'm going to try to set a schedule, but I can't promise anything because my life goes just that way. But again, I'll see y'all on the flip side. Thank you for joining me. I got to get ready to go. I don't have no music anymore. So see you later. Thank you. Bye-bye.